Right. So in the last class, we had completed up to joining relationship. We have taken 2 more examples to complete. Now, let's go for starting with a practical example. We'll talk about joining by practical examples. So what we will do here, I will be going for taking data into this. So how to go for doing this? I'll just, or let it be happen this way. I save this file. I'll go to my database. What I have to do, guys, here, first thing I have to go for using my use SQL Prep 2024 database to be active. Then I'm going for this table here. I'll go to task, import data. I'll say next to read my data from an Excel file. I will select this file which I want to import now. Right? So I have given customer info and I have given customer info all. So this is what I will put it as customer info 1. This will call as customer info 2. And this is called as customer info all. Okay, customer info 1, customer info 2, customer info all. Moving to the next. Right. So we have given table here. Select star from customer info 1. Select star from customer info 2. Select star from customer info all. If I run these 3 queries, I get this output here. Yes or no, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, step 1. What we'll do here, we'll write select a dot custom underscore ID, a dot social security number, a dot date of birth, a dot age, a dot marital status, a dot number of children, right? Then a dot, what light guys here? Highest qualification. Then what you'll write here, guys? B dot customer ID. I think we have done wrong. The customer info 1 should be, anyways, no problem. We'll go like this. B dot customer ID. Then B dot, what is the field name, guys?
First name,
First name.
First name. B dot
last
Last name.
last name. B dot
Gender.
and B dot what, guys?
Email.
name,
E underscore mail. Now, from which is the table you'll go for? Customer info 1 as A table. Then you will write what? Inner join customer info 2 as which table? B table. On what?
First name.
A dot customer
ID
ID is equal to B dot customer underscore ID, right? So this is what the output of what? Inner join, which is having 21 records. Yes or no, guys? Everyone?
yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, in the step 2, somebody says, no, I'll go for making this as a left join, where I'll make it as B dot customer ID is null. Are you getting it? Are you getting this, guys? Everyone?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Then I'll make this to step 3. In the step 3, what I have here, I have to go for right join with a dot customer ID is null. It is going to give me as what? Right null. Yes or no? Are you getting this? Now, what I have to do in this left null and right null, whatever output is there, I have to fill this field information. Are you getting it? Guys, are you getting this? I want to get these informations, and for left join, left null, I want to get these informations. Now, how to fill these informations, guys? What will you do in the step 4? You will be joining with the info all table, correct? Guys, are you getting this? You have to go to this table too. So how will you go for doing this? When you do this type of examples in the real time, if when you say joining and relationship, yes, definitely certain information which is not there, you have to map it to the other tables to get those information. Now, to get these information, customer first name, last name, and your gender and email of the customer. To get that, we have to connect to the customer info all. Now, how will you go for doing this?
Inner join.
No, how will you go for joining this information to get this output here? What will you do first?
Sir, first we will assign this table to another table.
Right. So first of all, what we have to do here in the step 1, you store these two into called customer info version 1. You got the table? The table name must be unique.
Customer.
Okay.
Spelling.
Into version 1. Okay. Column names. Okay. So what is saying here? You cannot have customer ID A dot customer ID and you will have B dot customer. It's saying that it should be a different column. So you can say Aj CID. Doesn't matter. Now if you store this, is going to get you 21 records. If you call this here, select star from customer info version 1, what it is going to show you? It is not showing customer ID because it's going to data normalization policy. We shouldn't have the same column name in the same table. So it is first reading customer ID here and is reading this as a CID, customer ID. So that the column name should be different. It should not be same in the same table. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone?
Yes.
Right. Same thing. You will also, going back to this, you can say into version 2. Now in version 2, what will happen now? You also have to call this as what? As CID. If you store this now, it is also created. Select star from customer info version 2. You can see here, these many records are coming. You can also store your into customer info version 3. And what we'll call this here, guys? CID. So you can run this program to get the output here. So you can also see that it is coming as what? Select star from customer info version 3. Right? So now, guys, this is what the information is given. Now business wants to see the complete information. No information should be missing out. What they will do now, tell me, guys? They will go for 2 to be merged to what? Info all. So first of all, we will say step 4. In the step 4, we will write select. You will write here select star from info underscore all. Or what is the table name?
Customer.
Customer info all. Then you will say select star from customer info 2. Now, in this both table, what you are trying to achieve here, you want to get the first name, last name, and your gender, email ID. So how do you go for doing this, guys, here, everyone? You lied. Select
A dot customer ID.
A dot customer ID, A dot SSNN, A dot date of birth, A dot age, A dot marital status, A dot number of children, then A dot highest qualification, right? Then you have to write B dot customer underscore ID as CID, then B dot first underscore name, then B dot last underscore name, then B dot gender, then B dot E underscore male. From customer info 2 as A table, it will say left join customer info all as B table on A dot customer ID is equal to B dot customer ID. If you run this query, what you see, you get the complete information is coming now, guys, everyone, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you can save these two into what you can call this as version 3.
Oh.
Okay. So now, if you run this program, you got the version 3 or version 4? Version
sir.
4.
Four.
If you run this query, you got the version 4 is ready. Now, is this clear to you all?
Sir.
Right. Now, same thing you will also apply to create here from version 3. In version 3, what is happening, guys, here? You have given this customer ID, first name, last name, everything is there. So you have to get these informations from which table? B table, right? Are you getting this, guys?
Yes, sir.
And below here, you can this as A table. You write the syntax this way. Okay. In this case, you call this version 5. You have to take this as 3 as A table. You have to make it as what? Right join. And this is as customer info as B table. Understood now, guys, everyone?
So B dot
The
CID.
customer info should be A, right?
Sorry?
Customer info all table is A.
No, I have given like this intentionally because I want to get all the information from the right table to the left table. Now let's see what is happening. If it is not, we'll change it. First, you make a comment out on this. Run the query. We'll see whether it is giving the right output or not. Does it give me the right output?
No, sir.
Why it is happened so? Why it is happened so? Because
Sir, B dot CID.
so we have to call this as this
B.
table as B and this table as A. Is this clear to all? If I run this query, does it give me the output rightly? No. So we have to understand which table to be given. Now, ultimately, what we are trying to achieve here, we are trying to achieve this is the, if this is the B table, I want to get the information about A table, right? So what is happening here, you have to call this as A. I want to show you this, guys, the real-time challenge to understand what happens. If you say A and go to this as B. Now, in this case, you will call this info all, and you would be calling this is B and this is A. Is this clear now, guys, everyone? Is this clear? Now, if you run the program, this should give you the right output.
Sir, in the existing column, there is a CID column name.
Okay. Now, if you run this program, what is happening, guys? Here, you are connecting to b.cid. If you run this, you get the output is coming perfectly now. Does it make sense? See, guys,
Yes,
there
sir.
is something happened. We need to understand that in this table there is no customer ID. It is coming as CID. So when you are merging this table with info all is having what? You are seeing that info all is having customer ID and it has to join with CID. This table is the right table, this table is the left table, and you want to get the entire right table missing information which is coming out from this table. So you are calling info all as A table, customer version 3 as B table, joining these two tables based on A.customer ID is equal to B.customer ID. Now you are going to store this to the customer info version 5. If you run this query here, what is happening? Customer info version 5 is coming. So guys, we have three tables which is ready. Select star from version 4, select star from version 5. And what is the first table you created, guys? Here at the top, when you make the inner join, you created customer info version 1. So now let me show you here. So we have something called select star from customer info version 1. Now you have version 1, version 4, version 5. If you all together, it is coming with these informations. Yes or no, guys? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now what you have to do here? And you have to store this into customer master. Understood? If you run this query now, you can see you have created select star from customer master, and this is going to have all 36 records without having any missing informations. Making sense to all of you guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? I tell you what we have done, guys. First, initially, we have gone for these three tables, right? In the first table here, you have 28 records. In the second table here, you have 29 records. But in the master table or the customer info all, you have 36 records. What happens when you go for making this inner join between customer info 1 and info 2, you got only 21 records, which is common. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Then in the step 2 here, what you did now, you make it as a left join to find out left null record. That means the record which is there in the left table but not in the right table, you found these many records are 7 records are there. Step 3, you also applied here where it is going to be right null. Are you getting it, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now, what we have to understand, we are trying to get whatever information is missing in the left table, left to the right, we want to get it from customer info all. So what we did first, we went ahead and run this program to get the output. So in the left table, these many IDs where customer ID, first name, last name, gender, and date of birth is missing. For that, we made a relationship between this table to customer info all, this table as A and B, and to get these missing informations out here. Then you got this information, which is called as version 4 here. So whatever information was missing, that came over here after joining this table. Then we go for making a joining between these two table, info to version 3. Version 3, these informations are there. The customer ID with social security number, date of birth, age, marital status, number of children, highest qualification was missing. For that, we joined this table, calling this info all as A table and version 3 as your B table, making a right join. We try to pull this complete information from the table, and where we got the table which is newly created, that is called select star from info customer info version 5 to get this complete information. Soon after we get this complete information, we took it as customer. We create a new table called customer master, taking the info version 1, which is the common records, info version 2, which is the left table record which is missing right table record missing in left. We collected all these full informations, combined together. We created here as customer master file, which is having 36 records with all the informations are coming out here. Does it make sense to all of you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is something called real-time examples happen in the corporate. Okay. Now we'll talk about here multi-column joining. So what is called multi-column joining? Let's take an example here. Now there is a table called product units, which is given product, city and units. Another table is given product price, which is given product, city and price. In this both table, what is common, guys? Here you can see product and city both are common, right? So what you're trying to do here, you need to find out in both the tables what is common. If you combine by or join these two tables by two common field, which is called product city, it is product for Apple Dale is common in both the table. What is not common from the left table and what is not common from the right table, that we get it here. So ultimately, when you go for joining these two tables, it will be coming with total 20 records. So in our common records are going to be 10. And from the left table, 5 records for HP, which is not common in the right. And right table ASUS, which is the right 5 records in the right table, which is not common in the left. That is what the information will come through the joining. Now the question is coming, how to go for doing that. So for doing this, what we will do here, I'll be going back to your folder. I'll click on it where it is given as horizontal join advanced query data. In this advanced query data, what is it given here, guys? First, I have to go for importing the table that is called product units and product price one by one. So how should you go for doing this? For doing that, you will be going for selecting your database, right click on this, go to task, go to import data. I will be going to the next to pull this data here. Okay, next. My SQL server is very much heavy now, guys, because of many databases, and each database contains some data. It is heavy, so I have to drop those databases before I go for using it. Now I'm going to use here product units and product price. So let me go for selecting this table called prod underscore units, and I go for selecting here called prod underscore price table. Now what I'll do here, right? So you have given select star from prod underscore units. Now select star from prod underscore price. If you go for running this query, you get both the tables are coming here, right? So how to go for merging these two tables? You will say select a dot product, a dot city, a dot units. Same thing, you will write b dot product, b dot city, and we call this as b dot price. You want to create an expression which is called a dot units to be multiplied with b dot price, as you want to call this as sales. From prod underscore units as a table, you can say inner join prod underscore price as your b table on what is the common field? A dot product is equal to b dot product, and a dot city is equal to b dot city. If I run this query, what is happening, guys? Here it is going to give you all the common records. Now you tell me, guys, can I save this output to a table? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how do you write this? Before this, you will write into, right, called prod inner values. Let's say I give this. Do you think it is going to store to a table, everyone? Or it will throw an error? Tell me.
It will show error.
Why it will throw an error, guys?
Beta product.
Because sir, we have
common
used
Because
one
we
copy.
have a table having same field
Add a
name. It
product
cannot be
equation.
having, this is the duplication. If you run this program, it will throw an error to you. The column name in each table must be unique. Column name for product in the table product in the values is specified more than one. That means we cannot take this as a table. Oh, we have to go for renaming this as what? PID. We have to do this as what? City. Then if you go for saving, you can get the output. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone?
Yes.
Sir, one question.
Right, just a minute. So did you understand, guys? But in this case, why should we go for doing that? We don't have to go for this.
Hmm.
Are you getting it? So now we can simply go for getting the output like this to get all the inner join values. But the problem happens when you go for right join to find out the product in the right table, which is not in left table. That is where you see the real challenge which is happening. For example, if I take the same query and I write the right join, right? What output will come? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Anything? Can you understand anything out of this, guys? No. In such cases, we also have to add what? B dot product and B dot city. If you run this here, then only you can make sense that okay, these are the product. This is not then the right table, left table. Understood now, guys? Did you understand why we go for creating the same field name twice from both the table, just to understand what is missing and what is missing from the left to the right and right to the left? That's why we have to use B dot product and B dot city. Clear to all of you guys?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. So this is how, guys, we go for making this as a multi-column joins. Now we'll talk about self join. Now for self join, what we will do here, we'll take an example of a table called employee manager. So let me go for doing this here for you guys. Right click, going to the task, importing the data. I select this. So there is something called employee manager. Do you see somewhere the employee manager table is coming, guys, everyone? Or self join is written something like this? No, it is not there. It is there.
Yes.
So we call this as employee underscore manager. Now this is very important question which has been asked in every other interview. So please make sure that you understand this concept. I'll give you 2 to 3 examples about self join now so that you can see how real time work happens. So you have select star from employee manager. If you run this query, what is happening, guys? It is given that employee ID, manager ID. If you look closely, guys, who is the manager for Blake as an employee? King. Can you see this? Right? Let's say who is the manager for Martin? Blake. And who is the manager for Blake? Is King. So you have to get employee to manager and manager's manager. Employee to manager and manager's manager. What will you do in this case? We'll write. So tell me, guys, who is the manager to Martin?
Black.
Black.
Right. Okay. And who is the manager to Blake?
King.
King.
Who is the manager to Ford? Ford.
Jones.
Jones.
Who is the manager to Jones?
King.
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 Right. Who is the manager to Adams?
Scott.
Scott.
And who is the manager to Scott?
Jones.
And who is the manager to Jones?
King.
King.
And who is the manager to King?
No
No
one.
one.
No manager.
No one. So we want to find out, select A dot employee name. Then A dot employee ID. Then A dot manager name. Then A dot manager ID. Are you getting this, guys, everyone? I'm taking this table as what? A table. Same table, I'll take it as B dot manager underscore name, right? As manager name. Then B dot manager ID as manager ID. From what? From employee manager as A. You will use left join employee manager as B, the same table as B. On what? On A dot manager underscore ID is equal to B dot employee underscore ID. Are you getting this, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
If you run this query, what is you see here?
सर मैनेजर आईडी मैंने पर हो गया
Okay, no problem. If you run this query, what is happening? You see here Scott's manager John's manager King. Clear now? Same thing for Adam's manager Scott's manager John's, and you can also get John's manager King. So you can easily find out key employee, manager, manager's manager, and manager's manager ID is coming. Is this clear to all of you guys, everyone?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So what is self-join?
Comparing row wise.
What is self-join?
When one table is
Self-join is the joining to a table within the same table. That is where we go for self-join. Now let's take an example of some practicals. In these practicals, I will just create something called son and father. Who is the father of Ravi?
Ram.
Ram. Who is the father of Ram?
No one.
Kiran. Who is the father of Kiran?
Ravi.
Ravi's father is who?
Ram.
Who is the father? Kiran is the father of whom?
Sam.
Now, who is the father of Kiran?
Ravi.
Komal's father is what?
Sam.
Sam's father is who?
Kiran.
Now, what do you want to identify? Get son to father and father's father. Yes or no? Now, you tell me how to go for doing this. Select A dot son, A dot father. Then B dot what you will take it, guys, here? Father as
Father.
father. From which is the table? As what? A. Left join. This table as what? B. On what? A dot father is equal to B dot son. Yes or no?
Yes.
If you run this query, what is happening, guys, here? Did you get the right output now?
Yes, sir.
Sir, actually, I'm not getting. And after on, whatever you are writing here, A dot father equal to B dot son. So this part I'm not getting, sir.
So when you say A dot father is equal to B dot son, so you're taking the same table. That means you're going to match Ravi to Ravi. You're matching Kiran to Kiran. You're matching Sam to Sam. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That's what is happening.
But in B table, there is no son column.
No, there is no, we will not take son's column, right? We are taking the B table father to find out father's father. When you join, the father is in also the son. The name of the father is in the son. So that is how the joining is going to get this output. Did you understand this output first? Did you understand this?
Yes, sir. But after on, I'm not getting actually.
See, okay, let me take this to you in this way. Copy with header. I take it to the Excel file. Now, what you want to find out? Father's father, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, let's do one thing. Another table is given father. Okay. So, what you'll do here, you write VLOOKUP. Let's say you want to get father with father based on this lookup value from here. You are saying VLOOKUP, lookup value of these 2 and 0. Did you get this?
Yes, sir.
Now what is happened here? Nobody is Ram's father.
Yes.
Okay. When you join this father to son and get this father's information, it's saying Ravi's father is who? Ram.
Yeah.
Kiran father is who?
Ravi.
Ravi. Sam father is who?
Kiran.
Kiran. That's it. So we are just using VLOOKUP to get the value here by making a relationship over this to this. That's it. And this is called father's father. And this column value is going to be father's father here. Understood?
Yes, sir. Means here A dot father equal to B dot son. Maybe.
Yes.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now anybody is going to ask you self join. Can you answer that, guys? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now we'll go for cross join. So what is cross join? When there is no relationship between the tables, we go for cross join. Okay. So for example, look at here. There's a table called product ID and product name. There's a table called student ID and student name. Is there any relationship between these two tables, guys?
No, sir.
If there is no relationship, it will call this as a cross join. That means for P1, we'll have 4 records. P2 will have 4 records. So that means 4 to 4, totally 16 records will come like this. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So how to do this example? I'll do it here. If you run this query, you got a table called product table P1 to P4. You run this query, you got the student details, which is going to be S1 to S4. Now, if you want to join these two tables, right? So how do you join this table? You will say, I want to join this to this table, right? To join this table right here, select a dot prod underscore ID, a dot prod underscore name, b dot student underscore ID, b dot student underscore name, right? You will say from prod details as a cross join student underscore details as b. That's it. And there is no on, there is no common field. If you run this query, it is going to give you 16 records. Does it make sense to all of you guys? If you say order by the first column, it is going to give you P1 to P2 to P3 to P4, how these values are coming. Making sense to all of you guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is an example of what? Use of cross join. Now, we will talk about here, guys, null join. Okay. So what is called null join? Now let's do this example here. Can you see this table, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
What is it given? Customer ID, the company, gender, and age details are given. Now let me take this table here and understand what is happening. In this both table, guys, what is the common field?
Customer ID.
Customer ID.
Right? What is common in both the table? In customer ID, this is common. Yes or no? This is also common in both the tables. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
This is also common in both the table, right? And this is also common in both the table. Making sense? Guys, don't use any annotation, please. Did you understand, guys, what is happening here, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is not common? Let's make it as different color. Maybe red with white font. Okay. This is not common. And this is also not common. Clear? Right? From this table, what is not common? These twos are not common. So, in this case, right, what is inner join value? Can anyone tell me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and
9.
Now, what is left join value? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 3 blank, which is 14. Right? What is right join value?
14.
Sorry, 14 also?
14.
Okay, good. Tell me, what is full join value? 9 is common, 5 from the left null, 5 from the right null, which is coming as what?
Something we are doing it, but you see.
Right? Then if you say unmatched, how many records will come?
10.
10 records. Okay. Okay. If you say left null, how many records will come?
5.
5. If you say right null, how many records will come?
5.
5. Are you getting this? Now let me go and show this to you as an example, guys. So let me go for Control N to copy this entirely, paste it over here, and I'll go to this file. I will not save the file. I'll go for importing this data to see what is happening. What I'll do here, right click, task, going for importing the data. I'll go to next, choose the file to an Excel file. I'll go to the next. I will be using here SQL Server Native Client 11.0 or service provider. Guys, this is an interview question. What you see in SQL, that is not same in Python and SAS. So make sure that we understand this. We have a null join data 1. We have a null join data 2. Right? So select start from null join data 1. Select start from null join data 2. So have we given this name, guys, to the table? Yes or no? We get both the tables here. Now, for inner join, how do you go for doing this? Select a dot custom underscore ID, a dot company, a dot gender, a dot age, b dot custom underscore ID, b dot the town, b dot number of trips, and b dot spent amount. Yes or no, guys? Right? From null join data 1 as A, inner join null join data 2 as B on A dot custom underscore ID is equal to B dot custom underscore ID. If I run this query, what is happening, guys? How many records are coming?
9.
So we are clear now. Inner join gets 9 records. Okay. If you say full join, how many records will come? How many records will
19.
come, guys?
19.
Let's see. Is it coming 19, guys? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
So now we understand how this joining happens in what? SQL. SQL never consider null to null as many to many relationship. Our Python and SAS, they do consider null to null, many to many relationship. It will give 9 blank records in SAS and Python. Are you getting it, guys? But if you go for SQL, it consider null to null as a single value. It's not going to consider many to many. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Then in that case, if you go for left join, how many records will come now?
14.
It is coming 14. Understood? Right? So please make sure that you will answer this way in the interview. If you go for right join, how many records will come?
14.
14.
Exactly. So your right join will also get 14 records. Very important note here, right? In SQL, null join, right, does not consider many to many relationship. If somebody is going to ask you tomorrow, can you answer that? Shall we go for a test, everyone?
Yes.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Table 1 is given A, comma B, comma C, comma D, comma 2 blanks. Then is given F. Table 2 is given here A, comma B, comma C, comma 2, 3 blanks. Then is given D. And is given G, H, and I. Now you tell me, guys, in inner join, how many records will come based on your understanding?
4, sir.
4 records.
4. Very good. Okay. Full join. How many records will come now?
8. 14. 14.
Very good. If you say left join, how many records will come?
8.
8.
8 records.
Very good. If you say right join, how many records will come?
10.
10.
10.
Perfect. If you say right null, how many records will come? Right null.
6.
3.
6.
6.
6. Definitely 6. Yes or no? In our join is 4 only.
Yes.
Right? So if you say left null, how many records will come?
4.
4.
4.
Four.
If it's unmatched, how many records will come?
10.
Hmm? How many?
10. 10.
11.
10, 10.
10.
10.
10, sir.
10. It's a mix of what? Left null, right null together as unmatched, right? 10. Okay, good. Since you answered these guys, we'll be moving to the next. Clear to all of you guys what is called null join?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now we'll get into subqueries. Okay. Guys, please take a small break and come back. We'll start in just 10 minutes time now. This year. I don't mind if I spend the whole day on subqueries, I'll be doing it, but this is very important to understand the concept of subqueries. I'll give an example here. Let's start this example with this Excel file. Okay. I have given application and I also have given student name and I have also given the score. Okay. So for example, I take 4 students name here. The application name is SAS or 5 students name. I'll take it here. The 5 students name like this. I take it Avishek, I take it Ahuti, I take it Akash, I take it Amlan, and I'll take it to Bernali. So I write here Avishek, I take it here Ahuti, I take it here Amlan, I take it here Bernali, I take it here, let's say Komal. How much they have scored? Random between, I will say 10 to 100, they have scored something. Those students have scored in Python as well. Those students have also scored in SQL here. Right? I copy this and I paste it, paste special values. Now I have a question. Get the student who have scored above average score by each application. get the students who have scored above average score by each application. How to get this? Guys, how to get this?
First, we have to
Using
take the
pivot
average
table.
of
Not pivot. Tell me how to find out student who has scored above average. First of all, I have to find out
We have
each
to calculate
application wise what is the average score.
Yes, sir.
First, I have to go for inserting a pivot table over here, which will help me to get each application wise what is the average score. Can you see this, guys? Everyone? Right? Now, taking this table here, we must add average score from here. How will you get this? We look up. The lookup value is the application over this table saying 2 average score. I can get these values here. Does it make sense to all of you guys? Everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now we got it. How would you identify students? You will create an indicator to this. What is the indicator? If the score is greater or equal to average score, then call 1, else call 0. Are you getting this, guys? Everyone? So now, if I select only one, make a filter on only one. In SAS, these are the students who have scored above average. Python, these many students have scored above average. SQL, these many students have scored above average. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Now, question is coming, how will you do this to your SQL programming? So first of all, what I will do now, I'll going back to your file. So did you understand, guys, what I did here? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Right. We call this as student app score. So I paste these values here. Now what I'll do, going back to SQL Server, I will right click, task, import data. I'll give you multiple examples now, guys. Right. So student app score. So guys, this is what an example which is going to be the first. Now the second example, I want to give it to you so that you can tell me. I will say select star from student app score. If you run this query, you get the output is here. Yes or no? In the step 1, what we will do here, we'll just write the query as it is. Select a dot application, a dot student name, a dot score from student application score as a table. Right? Now, step 2. Step 2 is that select application, comma, average score as average score from student app score. And you will say group by application. If you run this query, what you see, guys, here, you get the average score is getting. Now in the step 3, what we can do here, we can take the first query as a left join. We can use this query as my subquery as B on what? A dot application is equal to B dot application. If you run this query, You can see this output is coming. Right? So now this average score which you created, you can write here as b dot average score. If you run this query now, you can see the average score is coming. Can you see this, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Over this, you can use case when a dot score is greater or equal to b dot average score, then 1, else 0, and as indicator. Yes or no, guys, everyone? Can you see? Can you see this, guys, how
Yes,
this
sir.
query works, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So does it make sense? What is the importance of your subqueries?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you another example. It's a solid example. It is asked in the interview. For example, there is customer ID is given, which is C12 around C46. Now their status is given. Okay, the status is active. Okay, and status is closed. Now there are certain customer whose status is also given as closed, and there are certain customer whose status is given as active. Are you getting this? So that means if you cut this here and paste it, you will have customer. Some customers are there. For example, if you make an insert and create a pivot, you can see customer ID as a count. And if you say descending order, customer 32, who is coming twice. If you go to the data and make it as a filter called C32, what is happening? It is both in active and closed. Can you see this, guys, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Business wants to find out, get me the customer only who are either they are only one record for active or one record for close. If they are in both active and close, separate them out from this table. Did you understand? Business wants all this. If you look for the status, business wants customer those who are in active and close, separate them out. Customer those who are either way in active, separate them out. Either way in close, separate them out. Are you getting my question? From this table, what to do?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
So ultimately, these customers will be having separated. Now these customers like this, or maybe you can call this way. Right. So customer like this. Okay. So what we are trying to achieve, guys, here, this should be into a different table. Okay. And this to this and to this and to this. Right. This should be getting into separate table. Did you understand, guys, what I'm trying to achieve here? Guys, do you understand what I'm trying to achieve now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now the question is coming from this table. How will we be able to get those tables separated? You have to create 3 different tables now. Tables for only active, tables for closed, table for both active and close. How will you do this? This is an interview question, guys.
And
Guys.
or.
In
How? Yes, tell me.
Sir, using
we have
nested
to use
case
the
and
in operator in the bracket. We have to mention the active or close, and also you have to mention use the or operator.
No, that will not help you. That's what I'm trying to help you to understand, guys. This is not that easy task which I'm giving to you guys.
Sir, nested case and when by using.
How would you do that? So let me take this data and we'll try to do this now. Okay. So let me do this here. And we'll call this as status data. This is very interesting, guys. It looks like very simple, but it's not that simple. You start thinking about it and put your logic. Maybe you can answer rightly.
So we can use case here when the
Yes, tell me.
Inside when.
Can you go to that again? Case.
Inside when statement we will use subquery.
3-time case when statement.
That will help actually.
Pragyan, any idea?
It's a 3-time case when column we have to insert.
No. 3-time case and when we have to. How will you do this? That is not going to happen. You will say that if it is in these two, is not going to consider that way, na? So we'll go for example 2 now, where we're taking this select star from customer status. If I run this query, I get the output is coming like this. What will you do here?
Count of details
Hmm.
and the struct statistics in.
So can we make it like if customer ID equal to active, then we can mark it as an indicator, and customer ID equal to starter active and close, then we can mark it something like that.
I didn't get that. Okay, I'll show you now, guys. Select a dot customer ID, a dot status. From what? From this table? Yes or no, guys? As a. Then left join, right? Bracket start. Select customer ID, count of customer ID, right? Are you getting this, guys? As CNT from this table. Okay. Group by the field name is what? Customer ID. Correct? Now, as called B. On what? A dot
Customer ID.
customer ID is equal to B dot customer ID. Where B dot count is greater or equal to 2. If I run this query, what will happen now? It found how many customer number now, guys? Tell me.
24.
In this data, if I say insert, create a pivot table from this, having customer ID as a count and making this count as descending order. So how many customers should be coming? How many customers should be coming?
12.
12.
So is it giving the right output to me?
No, sir.
It's in duplicate.
It is showing duplicate. So what to do in this case now, guys?
Distinct.
Distinct count.
Okay. Now if I run this query, does it give me the right output? No, right?
No.
Status
You
is
have to
there.
remove the status fields.
Yes. Does it give me 12?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. Now come to this. You can write here where. What do you write here? In this case, you can put as what? Status. Where a dot status is equal to active and b dot count is equal to 1. Does it give you right?
Yes, sir.
If you select this status as active only. So how many counts are coming? 20, which is wrong because in this case, we also have both coming, right? Excluding them, how many ones are coming? That is what we need to find it out. So we can say right and select only one. How many records are there?
12.
How many records are coming?
12.
12.
If I run this query to get it as closed, how many will come? So if I go here and check it to closed, how many records are coming, guys?
22.
22.
How many records are coming here?
22.
Does it make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
So did you understand how to go for writing subqueries, everyone? We have just started, we are not completed yet, but we'll be doing more examples in your subqueries. There is a country product sale, there is a made Australia data, there is a product sales mapping, there's a employee department salary wise, highest salary, second highest salary, third highest salary, department wise also we'll see that. Then we'll talk about customer info to this. There's so many subqueries we have to finish.